Good morning, this is Robin with Uniquely Robins. We're going to start today and work on our project I had talked about yesterday. And we are going to make a journal kit so that you can either give it as a gift and they can put the stuff in it themselves. We're going to make little pockets and stuff for everything to hold everything. And we are using the hanging file folders. Eventually, I'm not sure if we're going to get to it today or not, but we are going to be using some junk envelopes also. I have 3 file folders, or do I have 3 or do I have 4? 2, 3, 4. I have 4 actually. I'm not sure we're going to need 4. I think we only need 3, but we'll get started and go from there. So I have cut the ends off where the metal runs through the hanging file folders. I've cut that ends off, and that is leaving us with, let me measure this real quick for you, because all of them are not the same size, I don't believe. This is about a 6 or 8 1/4 by 11 3/4 is about what we have left. Okay, and I have taken one and I have made a bend. I'm trying to show you where I made it at. So this is the middle here, and I came up about 1/4 inch and folded that one on the line. There's already lines in there for you. I just measured up 1/4 inch and folded, and then I measured up another 1/4 inch and folded that again, and then burnished those down. And that is going to give us about 1/2 inch, should be. Yep, 1/2 inch leeway, so we have room to put stuff inside. Okay, I've done that on this one, and then I cut one completely in half, and then did the same thing. So we have a 1/2 inch gap with a little bit of an overhang, because we're going to attach this to the other side. Is why you want that little extra overhang. And I'm going to angle this a little bit for when we glue it down. So we're going to glue this to this side so that when it closes this way, you have room inside it. Okay? Hope that makes sense. I'm going to flip it around to glue this on. And I'm just going to run my glue on this little 1/4 inch flap here. And we're going to be making more of these little flaps on different things, so you will see how I did it. I'm going to try to line this up with the edge of my paper. Slide him down a little here. Try to get it as straight as I can, and burnish that down on there. And if ever something isn't clear, just, you know, put me a message down there and I will answer you. Okay, so this is what we have so far, and this is a folder and a half. You have your full folder, and we put our 1/2 a piece right up here. I'm going to reinforce this on this edge a little bit, just because I want to make sure that it sticks down good. Okay. All right. So so far that's what we have. We have a full folder and a half a folder. So this is what we have right here. This is the room that we'll have inside. Okay, now we're going to work on this middle section. And I'm going to take the other half a folder. Where is it? This is it. This is my other half a folder. And what I've done is I've measured it from this end to this end. And I've made a little mark there. And I'm going to cut that on my mark. Okay. So now we have this piece that's going to go right across there. I'm going to measure this somewhat because I want the middle. And this measures 8 by almost 8. So we're going to go this direction and we're going to find the middle. And the middle of 8 is 4. And the other one's just a hair different because I cut on this side of my mark instead of the inside of my mark. So we may have to trim that down just a tiny bit. So we're going to find the middle, which is 4. I'm going to mark it, and we're going to cut that in half again. So we have 2 pieces. Alright. And we're going to have 1 piece on this side and 1 piece on this side. You can see I didn't get this end all the way down on this one. But we can fix that. There's always ways to fix it. Is that long enough? Yes. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to get our scoreboard. And we're going to score each one of these 1/4 of an inch in. Or I think we're going to do a 1/2 an inch just to make sure we, yeah, 1/4 of an inch should work. Let me check that. Yeah, I think 1/4 of an inch is enough. We're going to score that in at 1/4 of an inch on both of them. Okay, and you want to score them long ways because you want the score line to be on this side. Okay, we're going to fold those up. And these are both the same color on both sides, these folders, but you can tell the difference. One's a little shinier than the other. Alright, and I'm going to just trim the little edges off down to the crease on both of them. Okay. And we're going to glue these on. I'd actually have some glue sometimes if I would remember to put the pin back in it. Oh, come on. Glory days. Come on. This tip seems to have a little bit smaller hole than the other one did. Ah, there we go. Oops. Okay. Got a little bit on the top there. Alright. I'm going to turn this around so I can see what I'm doing here. And you're just going to go from the one side to the other. Get it as close to the edge as you can. And it doesn't have to be spot on, but you just want to get it as close as possible. And it doesn't matter, you can put this, excuse me, you can glue this on the inside or you can glue it on the outside. It doesn't matter either way. because we're going to cover them with paper anyway. Got a piece of my napkin on there. All right. Oh, my other one's hiding from me. Because this is just our base. Just want to get my glue as close to the edges as I can. Okay. And we're going to line it up on them folds again. I put mine on the inside, but like I said, you can put them. You just want to make sure that you don't get too close, that this is still going to fold up like you want. And it will. Okay. I put mine on the inside. I don't know. It might be a little more stable if you put it on the outside. I don't know if that'll make a difference or not. I don't think it will, but you never know. Okay, so far we have this, and we have used almost 2 file folders. Okay, and I don't edit my videos. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake and try to show you how to fix it. That being said, I should have, not thinking real straight here still, I should have put another 1/4 inch fold in this side before I put it on there. But we can still do it. I'm just going to, you can actually line it up on any of them, as long as you get it straight. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way. I think this will make it easier. I can get up against that line that way. And find 1/4 inch. And mark it. And do the same thing on this one. I should have done this before I glued it on. So you can do yours before you glue it on. Trying to work upside down here. Get down. So I don't want it to rip. Okay. Because we want that, I don't know if you call it a gusset or not, but we want that distance. We want to be able to have that distance. Okay. Now you know why I didn't want to do this when I was really sick, because I'd had it all messed up. Feeling a little better, not 100%, but at least I'm not hacking and sneezing all over you. No, I wouldn't get it on you, but you don't. Most people don't want to hear that either. Okay, I'm gonna have to stack these up a little bit and move them. I need some room. Okay. All right. So now we have our lift. That's what we need. We were missing was our little lift in there. Okay. Good. Okay. So we have these flaps. We'll go in first, and then when you close the big ones, they'll go this way. So this is going to be my top, and I'm going to round the corners on that. Hopefully keep me straight. And there is a bend right here, and you have plenty of room. You can bend that up if you want to give it a little more stability. And that would be perfectly fine, and I think I am going to do that just to give it a little more stability right there. And I'm going to glue this down. Of course, then I'm going to have to make my corners again. But I am going to glue this down. I like things sturdy. I like them to last. Okay. And that'll help you too know that the shorter side is your front. But I'm sure when we get all done, you'll know that. But I'm all for making things sturdy. Okay, I'm going around my corners again. Maybe that's double thick. This thing usually does a good job. It's just whether my fingers can squeeze it hard enough or not. There we go. Yeah, I like that better anyway because then it looks more uniformed, I think. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. All right, we're going to put this aside for a minute, and we're going to work on a couple of things that we're going to put inside. And if you don't have enough file folders, if you have enough to make this part, you're good. If you have enough to make this part we just made, because you don't have to make your books that are going inside it out of the file folder. You can make it out of cardstock, or you can make it out of your pretty paper. I just want it to be really, really sturdy, so I'm going to make it out of this. And I think we're going to cut it down to about 10 inches. Long. And we're going to make this kind of like a traveler's notebook. I'm not sure what the specifications on what a traveler's notebook is. We're just going to say a traveler-like notebook. Because I want it to be kind of thin so that it's going to fit in the middle here. And I'm trying to figure out how wide I want it to be. Let's start with 4.5, and we'll see from there. So I'm going to cut it this way first, or I'm going to cut my mark off. Okay, and 4.5. Wish I had measurements on this thing, but I don't. About right there. Just a tiny bit bigger than that. But that will fit in there nicely. Okay. So that is the one tablet. And we're going to put one of the notebooks in the middle here. And that's going to be like this one. Yeah, that will work good. Okay. And then we're going to make another one. And I want it to be just a little bit smaller than this flap here. So I'm just going to measure, what is this measure? This flap measures, I'm measuring, can you believe it? 6 3/8. 6 3/4. Okay. So I think we're going to make it 5.5. So we're going to make it 5.5 this way. Okay, so that's my one I need. Try and get it out of my scraps here. What'd I say? 5.5, right? Is that what I said? I think. Okay. And we got plenty lengthwise, so I'm going to make it a little smaller than... I think we'll make it about 10. This measures 11 3/4, so we'll make it about 10. Okay, now where'd my mark go? Measuring isn't good for me, especially when I'm not really completely here. Okay. Really? Come back here. Okay, so we have those two. And I am going to round the corners on those. Actually, I think we'll cover them first. We'll cover them first. Okay. So these are going to be our two journals that are going to go inside our little journal kit. Try to clean up my mess a little bit here, so I get too much going on over here, I forget what I'm doing. I am saving all these little piecey parts until we're completely done. And some of them I will save for scraps, and some of them I won't. Okay. There we go. That's better. I get too much of a mess going on, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Now, we're going to get our nice pretty paper that Anne gave us. And we're going to use that for our project. Okay, let's find some really pretty pages for our journal covers. Oh, I like this one a lot. I think we'll make, man, I really hate to glue any side down. It's so pretty on both sides. And for the little one, well, let's use this one for the little one. I'll have to fussy cut some of these out tonight. Okay, we'll start with these two. I'll put this one on the bigger one. Lay it out. Oh, it's so pretty. I want to make sure I get that whole butterfly. I don't want to have to cut him off. Okay, so we're going to glue him on just like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue half and then the other half. I think that'll work the best. Oh. Actually, I should have just cut that, shouldn't I? Well, darn. I should have. Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking very straight. That's alright. We can measure it and cut it now. Let's see. Right about there. And right about there. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't dry too fast on me. Try to cut this fast. Right there. Right there. I did want to leave a little around the edges for inking. There we go. Hopefully this did not dry yet. Okay, that worked out well actually. I think that looks really nice with that red actually. We'll put some ink on there and tone that down a little bit. It'll be great. Alright, now let's see. I want to get this big rose on the front, so we'll might help if my hands weren't shaking so much, but about there. And I'm definitely keeping these scraps. We will use those for pockets and all kinds of goodies. Okay, belly bands. Whoops. Okay, and we'll put this on this side. Is it? Yeah, okay. So for a minute I thought I put them on the wrong side, but I didn't. I didn't. Really hate covering this back piece up even. It's so pretty. I wish when they did paper packs, they made sure they had 2 of all the front, or all the front and back sides. They don't always. Sometimes they do, but not always. Of course, there might be another one of this in there. I don't know. I hate covering up any of them. They're so pretty. Okay. Oh, God, come on. Okay. Just a tiny bit crooked there. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that. All right, what did I do with it? There it is. We'll see here. Oh, I like that. That's like a powdery pink. That is really pretty. All right. I'm not going to ink this whole thing now. I just had to see what it looked like. Yeah, that'll work great. Okay. I'll try to do my inking off screen so I don't have to drive you crazy. All right, now, do I want to round these corners or not? No, I don't think so. I don't think we will on these. But once we ink that up, that's going to look really pretty. I should have inked the paper too, but I didn't, for time's sake. Normally I would have. Okay, now we're going to use this on this narrow one. And we'll mark it there. And see if I can figure out where there it is. And right there. Okay. Trying to find my other mark. Well, I can see this one. Not sure where. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, do I want to do that? Wait. I'm going to erase my little mark there. Because I want that rose. So we'll just move it down to this end. Sometimes I gotta double check before I do it. I have this little eraser here. This works good on pencil, but it also works great on glue. If you get glue on your paper somewhere you don't want it and you use this on it, it'll take it right off of there. I love that little thing. Okay, now do we want to round corners on this one? Let's get a drink of coffee and think about it a minute. I don't think so. Since we didn't do this one, I probably should have done that one, but I like rounded corners, but they don't have to be. Oops. Stay on the paper. Come on, paper. Okay. So, get it lined up where I want it. Okay, that looks pretty good. A beautiful rose there, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now. It's going to cut my rose there. This is going to leave most of it. So I think we're going to go on that side. Let's see if I can see my marks this time. I'm going to cut this long way first. Makes for a bigger scrap. Well, I'm having a terrible time finding my marks. I know I marked it. I know I did. There it is. Oh, there it is. Man, you must be blind today. All right. There's that. And there's that. Okay. Yeah, that'll be pretty. I do have a mark here from I did cut over quite far enough. I know y'all think I have a plan, but only to a certain extent. Then we're just going to wing it. Okay. I will ink these up tonight. And there will be those, and we'll find our paper for inside. For inside these journals. We're going to cover the inside as well. Make us some little pockets. I think I'm going to use this cover piece for the inside. Yeah, I think that'll work well. Okay. Trying to get my head in the screen. I'm trying to see where my fold is. There we go. There and there. Sorry about the dog. The mailman must be out there. There's my other mark. That'll be that side. And we'll have us some pages in here. Mark it there and right there. And here. And there. Okay, that's for that one. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut my pieces for this one. And I'm deciding don't want to use that. I don't want to use that. I'm wondering, I think on this side, actually, I'm going to just use cardstock on the inside, and we'll make the pockets with pretty paper. I'm going to make sure I have enough of the pretty paper for the rest of the folder. And we're going to embellish this anyway, so why not? Okay. And there's my fold right there. Is that right here? Yeah, that's it. There. And there. Do this one. Trying to see where we're at. Try not to make this humongously long. Okay. about time to take my medicine for too long, and I don't want to take it and then try to do something on camera because I won't be able to think straight at all. Up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now these do have lines. Yeah, those kind of lines. Can't take straight again. Score lines. That's what they're called. Gosh, my mind just does not want to work today. Okay. On the middle of both of these books, and we are probably going to utilize those score lines a little bit. We can make this to where it'll hold a little bit. Let them dry good first. Okay, now, do I want to do this inside, or do I want to... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, I could use... Well, I've got scraps for that side. I think it'll be alright. It'll be alright. We'll figure it out. Oops. Ran right off the paper. All over my finger. Come on. Come on. Okay. There's that side. Well, it's not snowing today. It's still cold outside, but it's not snowing. I was telling my husband the other day that we've been so diligent about not going anywhere and not seeing anybody, and only grandkids come every once in a great while. And we both got sick. I think he brought something that flew home from work. Because that's the only place he goes. I don't go anywhere except the grocery store. And here lately I've been calling that in and just picking it up because I really can't take a chance on catching something. Alright. Oops, that's our inside. What am I doing? No wonder it didn't want to go that way. Alright, there's those. Now, we're going to work on covering these. We'll start with outside. Start on this side. Oops. Tried to get away from me, didn't I? Okay. That and that. Set aside because we're only cutting those out tonight. So that's this one. This one. I'm going to do the outside first because if for some reason we run out of paper, I could find something that'll be close to it for the inside, or we'll just use the white, or the pink cardstock on the inside. Okay. Now, this is going to be, that's our top flap. So this is going to be our bottom flap, which is going to come up like that. So, I think I'm going to use this on it. Okay, that's my pencil. Okay, we'll mark it there. And about right there. Try not to put any more folds in my paper than I have to. Oh my goodness. See, I know it was close to the end. Okay. That little strip. And there it is. Try not to make my marks very dark in case I cut on the wrong side and they're on my paper I'm using. But sometimes I make them so light I can't even see them. Okay, now we rounded this. I think we want to round this too. So let's do that. And we may end up rounding these too when we get to them. Not sure yet. Kind of figuring as I go. Okay. So we'll put that on there. Oh, that roses was pretty too. Oh, decisions. This is a very pretty paper. I'm gonna definitely have to get some more of this. I'm hoping to have it on Amazon, since I'm not exactly positive what the name of it is. Okay. Make sure it's not going nowhere. Get it lined up where I want it. Okay. Oh, that is pretty. Doesn't that look like antique wallpaper? That's really pretty. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be the part that folds up there. Now, do we want the same thing on the top? What do you think? Should we make it match? It's big enough, so I think we should. I think we should. Now, there's my fold. I'm going to come down from that a tiny bit. I think it's good on the side, so we just need to cut across to here. I don't really think there's an up or down to it, so we're good there. And that'll go right on there. It's gonna be pretty when we're done, isn't it? Got about 5 journals I need to get finished up too. And get listed. Whoops. Squeezed that right out, didn't I? Dripped it right down there. Well, at least didn't land on my paper. Okay, and there's no up or down, so we're good there. Just need to get it kind of centered. There we go. Okay, now let's see what we got. Those will go in, that'll go up, and that'll go down. Oh, that's gonna look pretty in it. Yeah, we could have come up a tiny bit higher, but I couldn't see wasting a whole nother piece of paper just for that little 1/8 of an inch. I think it'll be good. Okay, now, we do these flappies. Do we have enough scrap to do those flappies? Maybe not. No, not yet. No, 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 no. Okay, so we need to find another piece. Well, let's do the big parts first. How about that? So we still have the back too. So let's do this big part first. And there's our fold. So we want to be against our fold, but not. Okay. Slide him down. We need to cut it right about there. Make sure we don't hinder that fold up there. Okay, so about right there. And check our fold down here. So many folds we gotta pay attention to. All right. Hopefully I did that right. Hopefully I can see my lines. Okay, this one's right there. Okay. And that one's right there. Bone folders wanting to get under my feet. Okay. That's the top. That's the bottom. I don't think it, yeah, it does better because this has writing on it. That's why we're using yellow. Yeah. Okay, we're not hindering that fold. Oops. We're not hindering that fold. Down below that fold, and oops, yep, I marked the wrong fold. We want this bottom fold, so we want to cut that a little shorter. Hopefully I didn't waste any. Trying not to waste a bit of this paper. Okay. Oops. All right, open your back up. Now this has writing on it, so we want to make sure we get it the right way up. I think it goes that way. All right, try this again. Not hindering that fold. Not hindering that fold. Not hindering that fold. That could be just a tiny bit smaller. And we're not going to hinder that fold. All right, I'm going to shave just a tiny bit off of this side. Not very much, just enough it's not going to hinder that fold. Just a tiny bit dragging. All right, I think we're good. Hopefully, because we're putting it down. It's another reason I don't measure. I do it this way because sometimes things are not all the same. Like, especially with envelopes or stuff like that, they're not all, one end is not the same as the other end. And this way, at least you get it close. Okay, now make sure my words are right way up. Okay. All right, so I want to be above that fold. Above that fold a little bit. All right, I think that's good. I think that's good. These file folders are not like the sturdiest file folders, but they have some heft to them. And once you get cardstock on the front and the back, I mean, it sturdies them up quite a bit. Now on these here, we may end up putting a little piece of chipboard down through there just to sturdy that up a little bit more. I don't think we're gonna have to do on here, but we might. I might just so it's sturdy. Okay, so we got that one done. Now, this is going to fold up. And you're not going to see it when it's up. You're only going to see it when it's open. So I want to make sure my words, if anything, go the right direction. So let's do this piece next. This is not anywhere near long enough. So let's see. Do you want this? It's going to cut my butterfly in it. It's going to cut my butterfly. Which I'm sure, no matter where I put it, it's probably going to, but let's try something else. Oh, let's do this. So that'll match that really good too. Alright, so where's our fold? We want to be below our fold. A little bit of edge space. So we're going to mark it right about there. This is the only fold we got to worry about on this. So I'm going to mark it right there. And that. Here. I'm hoping that's going to work on the top. We'll see. Okay. Yes, that'll be good. Around the corners. Okay. And put this one on. And this is going to be at least a 2 parts, maybe 3, but we'll see. Maybe we can get it done in 2. I don't know. Probably not, because some of the elements are going to take a little longer, so it's going to be at least 3, I think. Okay. Oh, did I do my words right? Oh, I did. Whew. Forgot to check that. Okay. Scoot. 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 Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Let's see, some of these scraps that we have laying over here are really not going to be scraps because we'll use those in these little pieces through here and all them little outside areas. We'll use it. Okay, now, turn this upside down and try to remember I got it upside down. So I want the words to go upside down to me. Okay, so we want to be on this side of that flap. Good, that way. Just need to chop it that way. Good. That worked out. I'm surprised. Okay. What happened to my, oh, there we go. Gotta screw it up. Okay, get that little mark off of there. Okay, now, it's upside down to me, so the words have to be upside down to me. Okay, there we got it. And then that'll go right on there. Hope everybody's doing good out there. You guys are working on some cool craft projects. I did want to remind everybody again, we have Uniquely Robins and Friends on Facebook, the group. Great group of girls. If you have any questions or anything, they're great to help out. So come up there and join us. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes I will put up some free clip art pictures that you are allowed to take and use on your projects. We do have a challenge going on up there right now. There's a couple of freebies up there, and if you use one in a craft project, post it on the comments. Not sure if we're going to judge them or not, but maybe pick a winner of which one we think is best. This is the top, yeah. Okay. I'll reorient myself here. Okay, so that's what we got so far. Okay, I think we have enough time to at least do these little flaps here. And then I think, well, that would work on one side, but not enough for both sides. Darn it. I was really hoping it would. Well, I guess we're to this. I love both sides of this. I guess since these are little, we probably should use the little side. Make it a little proportionate. And then we have the one piece for the back. Okay. And then we'll go from there. Okay, I measured there and there. Okay. I'll cut the long way first and hope that other end will work on the other side. I really need some room. Okay. Okay. Goes that way. Nope, it won't be long enough. No, it won't be long enough. Okay. Well, there's one. I'm just going to use this one to measure the other one and hope it's the same size. I'm really on the warm side today. Okay. All right. Now you can come back here. Big stuff like this is kind of awkward sometimes, but it's well worth it. I think I heard somebody say that Walmart has these file folders, and they're not very much for a whole bunch of them. If you don't have any already, I'm not sure if... too late now. I was thinking maybe I should have rounded those since the other corners were rounded, but it doesn't matter. I know the Dollar Tree has the brown envelopes. I don't know if they have any file folders or not. And somebody the other day said they bought some file folders, some decorative ones. I want to say it was Sheila, but I'm not positive that's who it was. Where did she say? Something Tuesday morning or something? I've never even heard of Tuesday morning. Some store called Tuesday morning. I've never heard of it. I need to check it out. Oh, that is just, I should have not trusted that measurement to be the same. Okay, now move you up a little. Because it was just a tiny bit off. Should have known better. Now, I just got done telling you guys that they're not always the same. And I trusted it anyway. All right, my map is moving on me. Okay. All right, now. That's not big enough. I don't want that on the back anyway. I want this on the back. Now, do I want to come up? If I cut it out the middle, I'm afraid I'll have too much waste. But if I come up this way, I'm going to cut off my butterfly. If I come down this way, it's going to cut off that rose. And my butterfly won't be right in the middle, but oh, well. Okay. Where'd my pencil go? I want to go right there. And then right there. Well, I think that just a tiny bit more. Okay. this side off first. Alright. And then yeah, that's from the paper pack anyway, so we're good there. Okay, now with that right in the middle. Okay. I really appreciate you guys sharing my videos. A couple of people have told me that they've posted my video on their Facebook pages, and I really do appreciate that. I appreciate all the kind comments, and I thought it was funny that one of you asked me if my glue bottle was wearing a dress. And yes, she is. Thought she was going to be in the video. She ought to be pretty. Okay. Oh, I'm liking that. Okay. So, this is what we have so far. Let's get in there. Now we got the inside flaps. I think we're going to do those out of this same paper we did the outside. Whoops, I'm knocking stuff everywhere. Measure these up real fast. And yes, I'm going to uniquely robin measure both of them this time. Okay. And so that's for this side. Goodness, I don't have enough hands. There. Oops. There. And there. I thought I was going to be smart and save time, but it didn't really save time when it's wrong. Okay, got this one right there. See, that'll make a nice little pocket. Oops, come back. And then this one, right there. Okay, that goes on that side. All right. Oh, maybe we'll use the other side. Let's use this side on here. How about that? I think that'd be all right. Guess I'm bound to determine my hand's going to get glued to something today. I keep running off onto my hand. Goodness. No wonder by the end of the day. Now, how did I do that? That is crooked as all get out, and I cut it on the thing. I don't think I could have cut it even that crooked. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Hopefully I can do this without making a big old mess. Definitely going to have to wash my cutter now. Okay. I don't know how that cut crooked, but I must have moved it or something. Okay, over a little. Over a little. There we go. Alright, crisis averted. Guess before I put the glue on this side, I'm going to have to double check that. Yeah? I don't know how that one worked. Oh, oops, I'll get this side. Yes, even the cutter can make mistakes. No, it probably wasn't the cutter. It was probably the user. Can't blame my tools for my mistakes. That was user error, evidently. I moved it or something. Not sure what, but something I did. Okay. All right. There we go. Now we need a strip for here. We need to put a strip on up here. I think we're going to put the chipboard pieces on there. So I'll go ahead and cut my chipboard pieces for these just because I want it to be really sturdy. And I think it will look nicer that way. So we'll do that. Where am I at? Yeah, we're over an hour, so we'll call it a day for today, and we will pick up tomorrow where we left off. Thanks again, Anna, for the beautiful paper and other doodads you sent me. I do appreciate each and every one of them. Oops. Well, guess I'll fix that too. Everything's falling apart on me today. You guys have a great day. Stay safe out there. God bless. Bye-bye.